What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on football refereeing tips, and I've got a different video today. I've got observation documents, my own personal observation documents. I've got two. I've got one from level 6 to 5, which is exactly the same document as level 7 to 6, so whether you're going from 7 to 6, 6 to 5, it doesn't matter, it looks exactly the same. And I've got one observation document from 5 to 4. I just want to say that both of these games, both of these observations aren't my best games, they aren't my worst games, but yeah, they're just what I got observed on. They're the two I found the quickest, so they're the two I'm going to use. And yeah, I'm going to go through it, and hopefully it helps, and you gain knowledge of what to expect when you get observed in the future. So yeah, especially in England, it is the new promotion season coming up now, and you obviously start at level 9, work your way down, and when you get to level 7, you go for promotion. You get three observations. I think you have to do however many games, 20 I think, and yeah, this is what the report looks like when you get assessed. So yeah, let's go through it. This one obviously for level 6 to 5, name a referee, fixture, the date, and what league it is, and then this is now fully the assessor. And what he's given you, and different things like that. So he decides the degree of difficulty of the game, depending on the league, depending on how the game goes, which he clicked normal. As you can see, summary of misconduct: I had no yellow cards, no red cards, and no dismissal from technical area, which is quite a good game, but you do really want a yellow card, or at least a card in the game, just so it shows that you did something. Then gives you a summary of the referee's performance. This was a very satisfactory performance by yourself in a match that, although predominantly one-sided early on, demanded your full concentration as the game became increasingly competitive. You managed to recognise and act on both penal and technical offences, and your willingness to sprint rapidly and get close to play aided your decision making. I awarded 3 penalty kicks, yep, 3, to one team, to the away side, including one for deliberate handball, and the accuracy of making the correct decision again was aided by your closeness to incidents, resulting in minimal dissent from players. I thought that you could have strengthened your command for the game further, both in the 15th minute and 67th minute of the game, when attackers from the away team would trip deliberately from behind nearing the penalty area when on course for goal. A strong warning should have been administered at the very minimum. At higher grades of football, you would be expected to caution such offences. So basically what he's saying is I missed two yellow card offences just outside the area. They were going on a counter-attack, twice got tripped, and I didn't give a yellow card. I didn't even really give him a stern to until I spoke to him a little bit, and he didn't agree with that, obviously. Without assistance, you worked hard to gain advantageous positions. At times, your over-enthusiasm to get favourable viewing angles often meant you got mixed up with play. Try pressing yourself slightly left or right of the ball as you follow your path of patrol. So get a better angle by going left or right, curving your angle, curving the run you make. You can then still view incidents by moving back into play to achieve side-on views. You played a number of good advantages, particularly leading to the second home team goal in the 55th minute, which was acknowledged by the players. Apparently, this was in 2017, so I can't remember that well, but apparently the players applauded me for giving an advantage leading up to a goal, which is always good when you're getting assessed. Try to get amongst players when the opportunity arises to have the quiet word when misconduct occurs. This will show that you are dealing with incidents and avoid escalation and retaliation later. Again, all important for more demanding matches where your control will be tested. You adopted a very pleasant manner with players, being self-assured and confident without being overbearing, a skill that will equip you well as you progress. So that's the summary of my performance. We then go into the competencies, where you get, obviously, if you see this table, so you get marked on application of law, match control, positioning and movement, fitness, management, alertness and awareness, and you get either a well below standard, a below standard, standard expected, above standard, or well above standard. As you can see, I've got application of law, standard expected, match control, standard expected, positioning and movement, above standard, and fitness above standard. So I had good positioning throughout the game, and I sprinted up and down that pitch for the full 90 minutes. My management of the game, standard expected, and alertness and awareness, standard expected as well. You then move down into the strengths and development demonstrated during the game. So the 3 strengths are good application of the law with correct implementation, pleasant manner with players, asserting your authority well and gaining respect throughout, and very good level of fitness and sprinting being displayed. Development points: ensure that you reflect on those deliberate trips or reckless contact fouls that require cautions or sanctions on an escalating stepped approach. Take note of those comments regarding not getting mixed up with play. Alter your diagonal path as appropriate. Try to use your voice to greater effect, so be louder on the pitch. During periods of misconduct, or use your whistle with strong strident blast to attract players' attention. So I've got to be louder, I've got to talk more, and use a stronger whistle as well. Additional comments: very close to being above standard in the overall match performance indicator. And then, yep, this is your final mark. Performance indicator, overall match performance. You either get, again, a well below standard, standard expected, above standard, and well above standard. I got a standard expected for this game. Okay, so as you can see, we're moving over to the 5 to 4 observation document now. And again, at the top, it's just name, date, fixture again. But we go straight into the application of law box as soon as we open the document. And it said about me: you applied the laws in a credible and confident manner throughout the game. You had no hesitation in awarding the penalty to Moorside in the 21st minute. You cautioned 3 Moorside players, and all were correct and justified. Moorside 10 for his reckless challenge on Hollingwood, Moorside 18 for his reckless challenge on Hollingwood, and Moorside 3 for delaying the restart of play at their kickoff. Because he kept doing it about 5 times. He just ran onto the pitch, ran into the other half during a kickoff, so I had to book him. I was extremely surprised that Hollingwood 4, their captain, was not cautioned in the 71st minute. He made a heavy challenge on Moorside 10, for which you awarded a free kick and spoke to him. The word did not deter him, however, as just 5 minutes later he again fouled Moorside 10, who was making a potentially promising attack in a central position around 10 yards outside the penalty area. When you awarded the free kick, he bellowed a torrent of dissent at you, starting with "F off, referee." Despite all of this, you yet again only chose to have a quick word with him. So again, I missed a caution, should have cautioned him, and he's listed about 3 reasons why I should have cautioned him in here. A caution was more than justified for the challenge itself, or failing that, for persistent infringement, but most certainly for the blatant dissent. There you go. I am sure that it undermined your credibility somewhat by not cautioning this player. Okay, moving on to match control. The game was of normal moderate difficulty, and the final score was 3-2. You maintained full control of the game throughout. That said, you must deal firmly with loud, blatant dissent, as it can easily undermine your match control if other players think that someone has got away with it. To be able to effectively judge whether you would be able to control games at a higher level, I would need to see you refereeing a more challenging game than this one. So not a lot happened, and he wasn't impressed. Positioning, fitness and work rate. Your fitness was strong throughout the game, and it is to your credit that at no point during open play did I think you got caught too far away. You put the effort in when sprinting was needed and proved that you were more than capable of gaining ground on players. 2 excellent examples of such sprints were A. Hollingwood 42nd minute attack when you sprinted to get inside the penalty area, thus being in a credible position to award the goal kick. Then B. The Moorside attack in the 73rd minute when again you gained ground on the attackers and made it into the penalty area, ready for any key match decision being required. Well done, keep this up. So as you can see, they keep a lot of data, they write everything down and they don't miss anything. They have the numbers of players, the minute that it was, so you know they don't miss a lot, so you've got to be up there in concentration the whole game. You took up sensible positions at goal kicks to monitor the dropping zone, although remember that you may need to move again slightly as the ball drops to keep the best angle. Likewise, you took up sensible positions at corners and ceremonial free kicks. Alertness and awareness, including management of stoppages. In the 23rd minute, near the touchline, Hollingwood made a late challenge on Moorside 15 after we had played the ball forward. As well as monitoring the next phase of play, while it's not always easy, you also need to keep a training eye on the original phase of play to pick up on things like this. So obviously he missed a late challenge that he picked up on. A team who has been awarded a free kick are normally entitled to take it quickly if they wish. You must therefore be alert to players who intentionally delay free kicks and proactively deal with them. In the 39th minute, you were awarded a central free kick to Hollingwood and Moorside 10, who you had cautioned just 4 minutes earlier, stood over the ball before eventually retreating. So, deal with players standing over the ball with either a word or a yellow card. In the 45th minute, you awarded Moorside a free kick near the touchline, then moved to a central position, as you blew for the free kick to be taken. Hollingwood 11 was standing only 4 yards away. Eventually you moved back slightly, but still only 7 or 8 yards away. Okay. when the kick was eventually taken. Think about this before you move off into position for the kick. That said, you were spot on to caution Moorside 3 for delaying the kickoff and stoppage time. Thank you. Communication. Your hand signals were clear and positive throughout the game. Whistle tone was generally positive through most of the game, but for the 14th minute foul on Hollywood, who were attacking, the tone was particularly weak. Again, they pick up on whistle tones. If there's a strong challenge, you've got to have a hard, long blow, and if it's just a small free kick, just a toot and get on with it. This was probably just a one-off, but was noticeable as it was the first significant foul of the game. Yeah, I remember that game. It took 14 minutes to get a foul. Literally, I was just running up and down the pitch. I was like, oh, this is going to be a great game to be assessed on. And then 14th minute, I finally gave a foul. Teamwork. You did not have any assistant referees and informed me after the game that you did not wish to use club assistants. Please reconsider this. Yeah, that was my mistake. I completely forgot and didn't actually know that teamwork was part of the assessment. So you need to work with assistants. If you're getting a 5-4 assessment, you need assistants. Even if it's like a coach, a sub, person watching, you need to give someone the flag just so they can mark you on teamwork. And I didn't do that, and obviously I didn't get any marks for teamwork in the end, so it ruined my observation. Please reconsider this, as in the league, most teams expect to provide a club assistant to assist with Tyrone. This was demonstrated by Moorside asking for a flag just as the game was about to kick off, and about at the same time had a Hollywood player tell his manager to give you a hand signal anyway. Most club assistants will do a reasonable job, and my experience is that the benefits far outweigh the occasional problem with the club assistant, which you can deal with if it occurs. So I said that I have more problems with the club assistants because they cheat and they just throw their flag up if their team is about to concede, and he didn't agree with me. Fair enough. Advantage. This game had a few opportunities to play advantage, but you did play a couple when the opportunity arose. I think that says I played advantage every time I could have. Anyway, strengths: excellent sprinting given credible positions in open play attacks, sensible positions taken up at corners and ceremonial free kicks, clear positive hand signals throughout. Development areas: players shouting loud blatant dissent, you need to be cautioned, fair enough. Be alert to and deal with players who intentionally delay free kicks, and use club assistants where possible to assist with throw-ins. So, you get marked out of 5, I believe. Or is it 4? I don't even remember anymore. It might be 4. Anyway, application of law, I got a 3.5. Match control, I got a 3.5. Positioning and work rate, got a 4. Alertness awareness, 3.5. Communication, 3.5. Teamwork, 3. And advantage, 3.5, and then they times it by 5, 5, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2 to get a score. Put it all together, and that's the score you get. So at level 5 to 4, you get a number score. You don't get below standard expect and all that. You get an actual number, and I think 73 was the average. But for this marking season, the average will be 71. No, sorry, 70 because the document has changed. So I got pretty much below average, really, for that game, and it was fair. Didn't have the best of games, but this is just to help you see what the documents look like, and hopefully it helps you a little bit, and you know what to expect. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.